I do want to ask about the answer that a lot of voters in Democratic primaries from New York to Colorado have said, and that is democratic socialism. I know you came on with my colleague Jake Tapper after two Democratic Socialists won in New York, and you say that Democrats need to stop being the party of no and slow and instead yes and now. But that was before there was another win in Colorado. And so can you look at that and see a pattern? And if you do, what does that tell you as a Democratic leader about where the energy in your party is?
Actually, my answer still hasn't changed, because I still look at what happened in Maryland, where we had our elections the same day that New York had it, and I had a whole slate of what we call leave no one behind, slate of candidates who were wildly successful and who did not conform to a political ideology. They just simply wanted to disrupt the status quo. And they're just saying the status quo is not working for us. So let's elect candidates who are actually working to undo that.
Well, I'm not asking you about 2028. Yeah. This is generally speaking, because whoever it is, Democrats are really to hope that they put a Democrat in the White House in 2028. Looking at where the energy is right now in the party, do you think that that person is going to end up being more like the Democrats elected in New York and in Colorado, or more like the Democrats that you talk about in Maryland?
I think anyone who is looking and saying to people that everything is fine is going to have a very difficult time getting any type of attention. You know, we have got to be able to disrupt the status quo and show
disrupt that much.
Well, and I think to show that you're able to get things done. For example, I think about what we've done in Maryland, where we've been able to raise the minimum wage, give the middle class a tax cut, be able to have paid family and paid medical leave, and also still increase and still add over 55,000 new businesses within our state. We're basically saying, not choosing between this. I want to create pathways to work, wages, and wealth for not just some in our society, but all people in our society. And I'm willing to disrupt the status quo in order to do that. That's what I think people are looking for, and that's what we're seeing inside of the state of Maryland. And frankly, I think that's the energy and the rallying cry that I think we're seeing around the country as well.